everyone, GamerJlee here, and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be doing a little bit of a response video with
InsaneMatt.
Yes, he is here, and we are using the green screen. I said we were going to be using it. I originally planned for this to be a giant edited video, and I said fuck it. I want this to at least get out there before it's just basically irrelevant and worthless. So this is basically a response video to both Greenskull and Fletch from Ultimate Halo. Now, Matt has now seen both videos.
Yeah, I have.
We both highly agree with Greenskull's video.
Yeah.
Basically, most of the things that the pros said, we agreed with. There were some things that were just like, buddy.
Kind of shook your mouth a little bit.
Well, no.
It
was more like, I see where you're coming from, but I just disagree. Fletch, who I really like, great dude. And if he's watching this video, because he probably will, I really like you. You're a good dude. You're a good dude. You're fun to chat with about lore and stuff. But I so much disagree with you on a lot of things. But first of all, I want to bring up 3 questions. 1, what is best for Halo? 2, what it needs to change for Halo 6 to be successful? And 3, what has happened to Halo? Is it becoming more casual? And I guess we might as well start with the beginning of where we think that it really began. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's 343. It had to start with 343. They're the devil. They're evil. They're killing Halo. They're cancer." No,
it's definitely not true.
It was Bungie. It was Bungie that started it, because Bungie basically went and turned Halo, which was a very well balanced, well played game, and fucked with what was not broken. And they fucked with it too much, because I understand lore-wise why they added abilities like sprint, jetpacks, so on and so forth, because they're not Spartan 2s, they're Spartan 3s, they're supposed to be more flexible and all this other shit, right? But it fucked with the game too much. And it was also, I think, right around the time that not Halo, but Black Ops and Call of Duty were just blowing up the market, and everyone wanted to be like Call of Duty. And unfortunately, Call of Duty basically made a lot of games change how they were originally planned out to be, and tried forcing them to add sprint and stuff. And that's the reason why people were complaining, "Oh, Halo's too slow. I won't play Halo. I'll play Call of Duty because I can sprint." And it just casualized the game. And here's the thing. I'm going to say this, and you can argue with me all you want. There was a lot of things Reach did right. Would you agree or disagree?
A lot of things?
Yes, I could name maybe 4 to 5 that they did right.
I would say I wouldn't say a lot. I would say some.
Okay,
There were some.
Do you want me to start listing them off?
Yeah, go for it.
Campaign was absolutely amazing in my opinion.
Campaign was pretty good.
Story was good. Characters you cared about. I cried when George died. When George died, I cried. I loved that character. He was so different from all the other Spartans you would come across, because he's not this soldier who just cares about his order. He cares about the people of Reach first, and so on.
It was definitely emotional, especially in the very end.
And you made them care about the characters.
Yeah.
Forge, majorly improved upon from Halo 3.
Oh, yeah.
Where you had to use glitches and bugs and everything to make maps in Halo 3. In Reach, you had a lot of those options. I
think we can agree that Forge has gotten better with every Halo game, though.
Right. Well, exactly, but I'm just saying comparison-wise what they improved upon from 3 that were good, and then we're going to talk about bad. Customization for your Spartans.
Customization was,
majorly improved on. It wasn't pay to win, like it wasn't tied to some microtransaction like Halo 5 was. It was its own thing that you had to work for, and you had to grind and earn, and if you wanted something, you would work for it. You would spend all night playing, right?
Yeah, there was no gambling or anything like that.
Right, there was no microtransaction or anything.
Yeah.
And finally, this is the 4th thing. I think this is 4. Yeah, 4 horsemen. The 4th thing is the daily challenges. Those added a amount of replayability every day and every week. And I remember back when we were in high school in theater class, you would text me first thing in the morning and say, "Hey, have you seen the daily challenges for the day?" I said, "No, what is it?" We would plan out how we were going to get through them.
Oh, yeah.
I remember this.
The campaign ones, remember? Where you
lasso and stuff.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they were just fucking... They were hard, but they gave you a big reward.
Yeah.
Now, do I wish that there was a lot more of them that were tied into achievements and having to have skill, that kind of stuff? Yeah, Exactly, but the challenges were still skill based. You had to do this a consecutive amount, and if you ran out of time, you were fucked. You weren't good enough, you know. Yep. And that's the thing. So Reach did a lot of things right. The only things that I think that they did wrong is maps sucked. Well, some maps sucked. The multiplayer was bland when it came to the Forge maps. Like Forge maps did not have a good color palette. Mm-hmm. I think we can both agree.
It was gray.
It was just gray.
Gray everywhere.
Gray and brown.
Gray and brown.
That's all
I
had.
saw was gray.
Right. And basically, it was a very dull color palette. And then there was the Spartan abilities.
Yeah.
That
was the biggest issue.
Right. Well, it was that, and also the game just was boring multiplayer-wise. Like, I remember whenever I would get done with football practice... Doggo. Special guest Bubba. Bubba barking about saying. But we would have a bunch of... Hold on one second.
Barp, barp.
So, back where we were. Sorry about the interruption.
Armor
but
abilities.
Armor abilities just casualized the game to me way too much. It made it from what was an even fight where you had to play with skill to, oh, I'm getting shot, I'm going to run like a little bitch.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Halo 4 was even worse. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people will admit to that. But at least they gave you the option to disable them. But if you disabled them, you were basically at a disadvantage compared to your opponent, who had the advantage of, I'm going to run away like a little bitch.
Yeah, there was no... You wouldn't get punished.
Right.
You know?
So, basically, with Reach, the maps were boring. Multiplayer just... It bored me. I remember I was playing football, and then basically I'd come home, start playing with you and my dad, and then I would fall asleep.
Yeah.
I would literally fall asleep and then just say, look, I'm done after 2 games.
It's just... The maps didn't look very good.
Well, it wasn't...
And the art style, too.
Well, yes, that is another thing that we had a problem with. Like, they changed the art style to this... Gritty, like... Gritty engine that just... Here's the thing. 5 is too plastic, where 3 was like an in-between. You had those marks of war on Chief's armor.
It had those bright colors. It shined when it needed to, but also...
But it didn't look like you were playing with dolls.
Yeah.
It didn't look like I was taking 2 little action figures and smashing them
Literally,
together.
like, everything is shiny.
Right, exactly. And there needs to be a balance. And now Halo Wars 2's art style fit that in-between. It was great. But still, that's the thing. Now, they've brought back daily challenges, not in Halo 5, but in Halo Wars 2, and it's tied into a fucking microtransaction, so fuck you. But what is really best for Halo is there needs to be a balance between competitive and casual, just like there was in Halo 3. You had a huge community that were playing ranked playlists. You had, Road to 50. You had people that wanted to get that 50 rank,
Yep.
And then you had players that wanted to play Forge and make great maps, great, creations, game modes. I remember some of the amazing game modes we have in 3. Zombies. You had Fat Kid. You had...
Oh, Fat Kid.
Fat Kid. I've got a story on that. I'll tell sometime. But there was Fat Kid. There was Ice Cream Man. Jenga. One of the most memorable ones.
Fat Kid was the most memorable to me.
Jenga was for me because I played that nonstop.
I played Fat Kid nonstop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, there was a lot of fun game modes that were created that were just these unique creations. And they've gotten better and better every year with customization and stuff for the custom games and everything. But it just went downhill from Reach, and it was Bungie. People say, "Oh, you're a Bungie fanboy, you're a Bungie apologist." No, I put blame on Bungie because it was their game that started this. And then 343 said, "You know what? We're more lore focused than we are gameplay focused. Let's just push that narrative."
Yeah.
And then it just went onward and onward and onward. And the thing is that I know that Greenskull's video was focused around the pros and this playlist for pros. But the thing is that Fletch said that it basically was focused on what was best for their careers. Here's the thing. Me and Matt, we aren't pro players. We're just players that like competitive. We like having a competitive playlist that is balanced, that we can play, and I don't feel like I'm getting fucked over, or I'm dealing with a bunch of cowards running away. I agree with so much that was in that video with Greenskull, but when it came to Fletch, when he said that, I was like, that isn't true. It's not just the competitive players that want this change. It is
a lot of people,
casual players that play ranked matches. And there needs to be sort of this balance where, you know, I guarantee you, social is going to, it needs to have a good balance of both social and ranked playlists. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. It should be like Halo 3.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I guarantee you, we're not going to be able to get rid of Spartan abilities and sprint and all that stuff.
Like, you know, like, what was it, Ninja? I don't know. I don't remember what.
Ninja's the one that is a former, is now a, God, he's done so many fucking games. I can't even tell you. He mostly focuses on PUBG now.
Was NIP a Halo team?
Ninjas in Pajamas? Yeah. They are now.
They are
not back in the day.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Because I think that they never really got into it, but you're just thinking that he was part of no. Wait, is he? I forget what team he's part of.
I don't know.
I think he's part of Envious or some shit. I forget, but for PUBG. But what I was gonna say is that, in all honesty, though, I don't think we're gonna be able to fully get rid of them.
No,
I think that there needs to be some sort of playlist that is focused around where the competitive players have control. And I guarantee you, if they had that playlist, the way they described it, those guys were describing it in Greenskull's video, would you be interested in that?
Yeah.
For Halo 6?
Oh, hell yeah.
Right. And for me, I'd be interested in all the playlists, but the thing is, I'd be mostly focusing on that one. But they did bring up a point. There needs to be a 1 to 50 ranking system. The new ranking system sucks. I know that League of Legends players started the whole silver, bronze, fucking I hate it. I fucking hate it. It's fucking retarded. I'm sorry. I fucking hate it in almost all games. Like, there's only 2 games I can say that have done it pretty well, and that is League of Legends. Supposedly, I don't know. I don't play the fucking game.
It's up and down.
And,
I don't know how it is now, but it was okay.
Right. So League of Legends and CSGO does it somewhat well, but theirs is, you know, it doesn't reset. It doesn't fucking reset.
No, yeah, CSGO is like a 1 to 50.
Yeah.
It's not like that at all.
Right, you have to really work hard to get that next rank.
You either go up or down. There's no reset. It's very linear.
So it's basically rank based, kind of like how there's sergeant, private, you know, up and up and up. The thing is with CS:GO is that it doesn't reset after a fucking month. That annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's you know, look at Overwatch.
Well, like, I don't like that. I don't like it resetting. I like it where I'm at this rank, and I can go and work my ass off to get better and better and better. And if I get worse, I drop. I don't like resetting every fucking month.
It keeps you at the top of your game each season. Right.
Like, if I go and I'm playing, right, and I'm sitting here at this rank, and then I take a week off, I come back and I start dropping, that's my fault. Mm-hmm. That's my fault as a player. But I just hate the fact, I just don't like having, oh, I gotta play 10 matches to get my rank back and all this shit. I've just never liked that, you know?
Yeah, I would probably have to agree. I think a linear ranking system would be much better. Maybe people would maybe disagree. I mean, I think League's ranking system is just fine the way it is.
But a lot of people basically were saying that this video is mostly focused around the competitive side. There are other things that need to be focused on, including microtransactions. They need to go.
Completely.
Entirely.
Yeah.
They need to leave Halo, and you need to be better than that.
Yeah.
I remember when we would buy the Heroic Map Pack, Legendary Map Pack, Mythic Map Pack, even the ones in Reach were good. Even the Reach Map Packs were good. Like, I remember the Anniversary one.
They were pretty good.
Defiant. Yeah. They were good. And they were worth that $10 to $15. But then, whenever we get these free maps, they're just reskins of maps that have already been done.
Yeah, they kind of lie to our faces like, free maps, free maps, free maps.
And it's just a recreation of a map that we already have. And
we should have saw that coming a mile away.
No, here's the problem. There were maps at launch that were just reimaginations of maps at launch.
Really?
Right. There were 2 maps that were exactly the same. I did this video called My Open Letter to 343. Thanks, Greenskull, for stealing my fucking title. Damn it. like your video. It's good. But you stole my fucking title. But they basically reskinned them and then said, hey, they're new maps. No, this is just a reskin. It's like Dust 2 reimagine Dust 2. You know, from like the recent update from Dust 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit changes. There's some different paths and stuff, but that's it. It's really not that big of a deal. And they gave these as new monthly updates, and it was a letdown. But then you had the other things, the monthly updates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we got game modes that were in previous Halo games.
Oh, that just sounds so stupid.
More
game modes that should have been there at launch. Hello?
Right. And one thing that drove me nuts is that we got these game modes that were from launch, like Oddball, Assault, Infection. What else?
Get ready, guys!
Race! Race was another one.
Oh my god.
There were so many of these that were taken out that were in previous Halo games and just given as a monthly update. Like Forge, I was willing to wait for Forge for that 1 month. Whenever, like, they said, look, it needs a little more work. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure this is perfect. And they improved on Forge every single month. I will give them credit for that. Forge improved every single month. They added more and more items for you to do all sorts of crazy things. I respect that about that. But they're in all honesty, like it felt like there was cut content. And I got in an argument with Grim Brother 1. I said that the monthly updates felt sketchy. They felt sketchy to me because mainly I felt like it was cut content. And I didn't want to say anything like rude to his face and just say, look, it feels like you cut content. Basically, Favin and Late Night kind of had my back, which I appreciate, guys. I know that, you kind of have my back there. But I like Grim Brother 1. He's a good dude. But I'm just saying the truth. It felt like cut content. And that can't happen with Halo 6. Halo 6, for $60, needs to be a complete game.
There's no excuse for a game mode that was there at launch. Say Halo 3, what was it? Race. Was that there day one? Was Race there day one?
Yes. In Halo 3?
Yeah.
Yes. And it was in Reach.
Okay. So it was in Reach also.
I don't know about Halo 4 because I didn't really play much Halo 4.
Well, it should be in Halo 4. There's no excuse for it not to be.
Right. And they had a lot of those game modes that were in 4 that were missing from 5.
Yeah.
So it was really just an annoying situation,
Yeah.
It really just...
It made you question a lot of things.
Right. It made the game like something that we didn't want it to be. And it just said, oh, well, guess what? I can't enjoy custom games. Like, I remember I couldn't enjoy custom games until Infection came out. Because there was okay, I'm just going to play Slayer. Woo.
Yeah.
Slayer! Like we had King of the Hill. Woo! Like, Infection, basically, how many game types have come from Infection? Fat Kid, Ice Cream Man,
Alpha Zombies,
Jenga. Everything has come from zombies, and it's on the game. And
it doesn't make any sense.
And here's the thing. We're competitive players, but we also like to have fun.
Yeah.
And you can see where, 343 was focused on esports, but it was missing the fun.
Yeah.
There needs to be an even balance, just like there was in Halo 3. And that's why I'm kind of responding, is that there needs to be things for people like the pros that were in Greenskull video, and there also needs to be an amount for the people like Fletch who love lore and stuff. Now, I'm a lore nut. You're not so much. You don't really...
I used to be. I used to be, but then oh my god, I can't talk today. I obviously fell out of it.
Right.
A long time ago.
Me, I still to this day get the newest book and read it. Day one, I read the newest book because I care about the story. Mm-hmm. But lore cannot basically determine...
gameplay.
Right. Just like, Favin said in his video, it can't affect the gameplay and the balance of the game just because in the lore a Spartan can run or jump or climb.
I love what Dr. Disrespect said about it.
Oh, here's the thing.
I've
always had mixed feelings about Dr. Disrespect because I find him entertaining. I find that his fucking sub thing is annoying as shit because every 5 seconds it's like, welcome to the Slick Daddy Club. Welcome to the Slick Daddy Club. Welcome to the Slick Daddy Club. Every 5 fucking seconds. But everything he said at the beginning of Greenskull's video was spot on.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a Halo player until you showed me.
Neither did I. I didn't either. Like, I had no
That's
fucking
such
clue.
a shock.
Right. And it was just everything that the pros were saying, to the most part, I agreed with. There needs to be this place for pros to be able to enjoy the game the way that it's going to be. And the fact that 343 has changed things forcefully, even though they said, no, we don't want this to change. This map is perfect. They said, there has to be a change. 343. Don't change things to be just change things.
Yeah.
That's exactly why we're at the point where we're at. Halo 5 is more balanced than Halo 4 and Reach. I will admit that. Everyone has
I'm the one that told you that.
Well,
At first.
no, we both agreed on that.
Okay.
We both agreed on that. But the thing is with when it comes to Halo 5, we're just tired of this advanced movement system. There's a saying, and this just came in my head. If it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Bungie fucked it up by trying to fix something that wasn't broke. Now 343 is continuing that trend by breaking it even more, but they're doing it a greedy way.
Yeah, they're building it around a broken system.
Well, they made the game more balanced, but still has advanced movement, and they made it more casual, and that's the thing. I'm so tired, and this is gonna bring up Cuphead. We're gonna bring up Cuphead. Cuphead is a challenging game that punishes you for your mistakes.
Yes. Oh, man.
Dark Souls is the same way. I'm not trying to compare the two. But casualizing Halo, basically where you don't need to learn how to do a skill jump, that you can climb a wall and get up and pull yourself and sneak, past the enemy team by just sprinting past and all that, is just casualizing it and making it more open to, players. But the problem is that it's dumbing it down for the pro players that play this at a even competitive level.
Yeah, and it's not as impressive as it used to be.
Right, my dad used to love watching competitive Halo. Back in the day when MLG was in control of Halo 2 and 3, we would literally sit there and watch it on G4 or go on the internet. It was literally the best. Then he recently, I didn't even know he did this. He was like, because ESPN has picked up some esports and they broadcast Halo 5. He's like, I can't even fucking keep up with it. It's so fucking annoying. No, he literally said it's fucking annoying. Like,
yeah, there's so much going on at one time.
And no, he gets annoyed with the commentators. No, like, he does not like esport commentators. He's like, shut the fuck up.
That's our job, though.
Right. I'm like, Dad, it's their job to talk and tell you what's going on. And he's like, I just want them to shut the fuck up and stop having a fucking stop taking coke.
Mute the TV or something.
Right, but in all honesty, like, it just needs to be balanced. And that's the honest truth. Like, lore needs to have its lore place, which is, the main story, and, the maps can tell a story. Like, I remember in Halo 3, when you would look at a map, it would have a little brief description of what effect it has on the lore. Have that be the lore. And have little things hidden, like Camp Froman in Last Resort in Halo 3. Like, it had that little, like, plate on the front that had the dude that was called Camp Froman and stuff. Have those little bits of lore built into the map, but don't make the gameplay based around the map.
Like what Dr. Disrespect says, let you shoot the guy and killing the guy be the story.
Right, let the gameplay tell the story, not, I'm just tired of, I'm shooting him, he's going to run away. They did balance sprint better in Halo 5. You both and I both agreed on that.
You get slowed down if you get shot.
And also, your shields won't recharge if you continue to sprint.
Yeah.
That was good. But to a lot of us, sprint needs to go away entirely. Advanced movement needs to go away entirely. There can be, some take and give between us and 343, just like Ninja said. He said, I'm okay if they kept the thrusters but adjusted it manually, where it's just a slight, like, juke. It's not like the thrust where it just jumps away.
You kind of disagree with me, but I find thrust a huge problem.
Okay, I'm going to ask the same question the Greenskull did. If you had to keep one of the things, you have to keep one. Either A, sprint, thrusters, clamber, or Spartan charge, which would you keep? Because Spartan charge is bullshit.
Spartan Charge is the
is where you tackle them and then shoot them to death, and basically they're almost like stunned in one shot.
that is pretty stupid. Oh my
Clamber
god.
takes away skill.
This is one of those things where I'm like, okay, how's this affect gameplay? How's this affect gameplay?
Right,
like,
right.
So hard.
I think Thruster's the best one to keep. I kind of agree with Ninja. Like,
yeah.
It just needs to be because it needs to be adjusted.
I find them all bullshit.
So do I.
I would probably keep thrusters just because sprint alters the map. They have to build the map around sprint.
Right, exactly. That's
the thing. They don't have to build the map around thruster. It doesn't make any sense. Sprint is like a main thing everyone's using all the fucking time.
Right. Like, let's say that there was thrusters in Halo 3 and you were on Guardian, right? And it was just a slight little jump to the side. Let's say you're strafing and you're about to go down.
Yeah.
You can't get off that last shot, so you pull off and you thruster to the side so you can, and you stop that fight. At least you're not sprinting away and saying, I'm going to go under the map and then I'm going to come behind you and fucking punch you in the dick and then teabag your ass.
Yeah.
Like, it really is one of those things where, it really is a take and give. If we had those options with 343, if there was a communication there, then we would say it. But they don't seem to care. And that's the thing that I think that I felt like I got from that Greenskull video. Is that the pros feel like they don't care. I feel like they don't care. We've known this forever. And I talked to Greenskull. I said, look, I liked your video, but I don't know where you sit. Because I always feel like it's always back and forth with you. It gets annoying. Like, I don't know what side you're trying to take. And in that video, I felt like he was mostly on the pro side, being understanding and stuff. But at the same time, I'm sorry. I don't trust Greenskull. I'm sorry. He seems like a cool dude.
Well, here's the thing. Like, even Greenskull said it's not me talking, it's everyone else.
Right. I understand that. And the thing for me is that he replied to me, he says, I've always been in the middle. And I've seen videos where you're in the middle. But whenever Halo 5 first came out, it was video after video. Hey, this update's coming out. Go check it out, guys. Pushing that, go play Halo. It seemed bad. And I was kind of the same way. And it's changing. But what needs to happen is like, I trust very few people in the Halo community. I've got, a handful of people that are in the Halo community that I truly trust to talk to and feel like I can have a conversation with where we're on the same page. I don't mind having conversations with people that disagree with me. It's just that it's so annoying because sometimes whenever you hear they've got those connections with 343, like he's friends with a bunch of people at 343, I'm just like, okay, you're making this video and you're friends with people at 343. That gives me a bad signal. It just does. Because I'm no friends with anyone at 343s. The only time I've talked to Grim Brother 1 was through a tweet that was public. And I'm not friends with him,
Yeah.
I'm friends with Hidden Xperia, Favin, Late Night, Duquesne. Who else is there? Helljumper. I could check my Twitter DMs and tell I'm probably missing someone. And I'm so Rony, who he considers himself no longer part of the Halo community. It's such a take and give, and it's not what we want.
Yeah. It's not.
So it just needs to change. Something needs to happen. So anyways, guys, I think we're going to end off this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you dislike it, go ahead and leave a dislike. And we'll talk to you guys next time.